Can you describe your experience working as a solution architect in the education sector?
During my 5 years of experience in the education sector, I have worked as a solution architect on various projects, leveraging modern application architectures to meet the specific needs of educational institutions.
How have you applied modern application architectures in your previous projects?
In my previous projects, I have implemented modern application architectures such as microservices and containerization to enable scalability, flexibility, and efficient application development and deployment.
Can you explain different application integration patterns you are familiar with?
I am familiar with patterns like point-to-point integration, publish-subscribe, and service-oriented architecture, SOA. Each pattern has its benefits and considerations, and I choose the most suitable one based on the project requirements.
Which technologies have you worked with for application integration, and how did you use them effectively?
I have worked with technologies like API gateways, message queues, and ESBs, enterprise service buses, to facilitate seamless application integration. These technologies helped ensure reliable communication and efficient data exchange between different systems.
How have you collaborated with senior business executives to support their ideas and strategies?
I have fostered a highly collaborative environment with senior business executives, actively listening to their ideas, aligning architectural solutions with their strategies, and providing professional and diplomatic guidance to achieve their objectives.
Can you provide an example of a challenging business situation you encountered and how you diplomatically responded to it?
In a challenging situation, where conflicting requirements emerged, I facilitated open discussions, understood the concerns of all stakeholders, and proposed a compromise solution that balanced the interests of different parties while meeting the project objectives.
Describe your experience working with diverse technologies and platforms, including cloud technologies.
I have extensive experience working with diverse technologies and platforms, including cloud technologies like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. I have successfully designed and implemented solutions that leverage the benefits of the cloud, such as scalability, elasticity, and cost optimization.
How do you make practical decisions and solve problems based on principles?
When making practical decisions, I rely on a set of principles that guide my approach. These principles include considering scalability, maintainability, security, and performance, as well as evaluating the long-term impact of the decision on the overall architecture and business goals.
Can you discuss any strategic technology trends you've been following and their practical application in business models?
Yes, I have been closely following trends such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cloud computing. These technologies have practical applications in improving operational efficiency, enhancing customer experiences, and enabling data-driven decision-making in various business models.
How have you supported Agile teams and provided guidance on opportunities, impact, and risks?
I have supported Agile teams by facilitating collaboration, providing technical guidance, and conducting regular reviews to identify opportunities, assess their impact, and manage associated risks. By maintaining open communication and fostering a culture of continuous improvement, I ensure that the teams are aligned with business goals and deliver high-quality solutions.
Have you worked with API-driven architectures? Can you explain your experience in this area?
Yes, I have extensive experience working with API-driven architectures. I have designed and implemented robust APIs that enable seamless integration between systems, enhance interoperability, and promote scalability. By following best practices such as versioning, documentation, and security measures, I ensure efficient communication and data exchange between different components.
Can you provide an example of a high-level component or logical architecture you have designed?
Certainly. In a recent project, I designed a component architecture that consisted of a microservices-based approach, Each microservice was responsible for a specific business capability, and they communicated through well-defined APIs. This architecture allowed for flexibility, reusability, and enabled independent scaling and deployment of services.
How do you ensure that low-level detailed designs align with the overall architecture?
To ensure alignment between low-level detail designs and the overall architecture, I establish clear design guidelines and standards. Regular design reviews and collaboration with development teams help validate that the detailed designs adhere to architectural principles, patterns, and best practices. Continuous communication and feedback loops play a crucial role in maintaining consistency and integrity across different design levels.
How do you keep up to date with new and emerging technologies relevant to solution architecture?
I actively participate in industry conferences, webinars, and forums to stay informed about the latest technologies and trends. I also engage in continuous learning through online courses, research papers, and networking with industry professionals. By staying curious and exploring proof of concepts and experimentation, I ensure that my knowledge is up to date and relevant to the evolving field of solution architecture.
Can you explain your understanding of product management in the context of solution architecture?
In the context of solution architecture, product management involves understanding customer needs, defining product roadmaps, and prioritizing features based on business value. It requires collaborating with stakeholders, conducting market analysis, and making informed decisions to ensure that the architecture aligns with product goals. Effective product management enables the creation of solutions that meet user requirements, drive innovation, and deliver business value.
Have you worked in Agile development environments? Describe your experience with Agile principles and methodologies.
Yes, I have extensive experience working in Agile development environments. I have applied Agile principles such as iterative development, continuous integration, and frequent feedback cycles to deliver software solutions. By embracing frameworks like Scrum and Kanban, I have fostered transparency, collaboration, and adaptability within cross-functional teams, resulting in efficient delivery and high-quality outcomes.
Can you discuss how you handle technical and architectural debt in Agile teams?
In Agile teams, I prioritize addressing technical and architectural debt alongside feature development. By regularly conducting code reviews, refactoring code, and allocating time for technical debt cleanup, we ensure the long-term health and maintainability of the application.
How do you ensure that your architectural decisions align with the business and operating models?
I closely collaborate with business stakeholders to understand their goals, strategies, and operational requirements. By translating their needs into architectural solutions, I ensure that my decisions align with the business and operating models, resulting in efficient and effective solutions.
Can you provide an example of a time when you had to balance technical considerations with business needs?
In a previous project, we had to choose between adopting a cutting-edge technology or utilizing a more mature and stable solution. After assessing the technical risks and evaluating the business needs for stability and scalability, we opted for the mature solution, ensuring reliability and meeting the business's immediate and long-term objectives.
How do you communicate complex technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders?
When communicating with non-technical stakeholders, I strive to use clear and concise language, avoiding jargon and technical details. I focus on highlighting the benefits, impacts, and outcomes of technical decisions in a way that is easily understood and relatable to their objectives and concerns.
Can you discuss any experience you have had with data integration and data management in application architectures?
In previous projects, I have worked on designing and implementing data integration solutions to ensure seamless data flow between different systems. This involved defining data mappings, establishing data governance practices, and implementing data quality controls to ensure accurate and reliable data management within the application architectures.
How do you approach scalability and performance considerations in your architectural designs?
Scalability and performance are key considerations in my architectural designs. I assess the anticipated user load, system requirements, and growth projections to determine the appropriate scalability mechanisms, such as horizontal scaling, load balancing, and caching. By conducting performance testing and optimization, I ensure that the architecture can handle the expected workload efficiently.
Can you explain your approach to security and privacy in application architectures?
In application architectures, I prioritize security and privacy by implementing industry best practices and following a defense in-depth approach. This includes employing secure coding practices, using encryption for data at rest and in transit, implementing user authentication and authorization mechanisms, and regularly conducting security assessments and audits.
How do you ensure that your architectures are aligned with regulatory and compliance requirements?
To ensure compliance, I stay updated with relevant regulatory requirements and industry standards. I conduct thorough assessments to identify the specific compliance needs of the project and design architectures that adhere to these requirements. I also collaborate closely with compliance teams and leverage appropriate tools and frameworks to implement necessary controls and monitoring mechanisms.
Can you describe a project where you successfully implemented an API-driven architecture and its benefits?
In a recent project, we implemented an API-driven architecture to enable seamless integration between multiple systems. This approach allowed us to achieve improved scalability, flexibility, and reusability of services. It also facilitated rapid development and deployment of new features, reduced system dependencies, and enhanced overall system performance and reliability.
Why is it worth subscribing to our YouTube channel?
Our YouTube channel provides valuable and informative content on a variety of topics, including expert interview questions and answers that can help viewers prepare for job interviews and improve their skills in various industries.